Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of Yacach. This is going to be a different series that we are starting. If you have been a follower of Yacach, you know that almost everybody I interview, I ask one specific question, and that is if you could get the privilege of speaking to your young self, your 19-year-old or 18-year-old self again, what would be some of the things that you would say to the person? What would you say to your young 19-year-old you? And so today I want to start my own, I call it letters to me, letters to my maybe 15-year-old me, 16-year-old me, 19-year-old me, or even 25-year-old me. And so that is what I'm starting this new series on. Still Yacach, come let us reason together. We are going to reason together this time around for the benefit of younger folks, benefit of all of us. We want to talk about things like in my own life, things that if I could reverse the hand of time, I would do. So today, my first letter for letters to me is myself. What are some of the lessons that I should have learned, or for the benefit of the years I am where I am now, letters I could have learned earlier on? The first one is opportunity. So this letter is called opportunity. What are some of the opportunities that we've missed? What are some of the opportunities I've missed? I'm not going to go into details of my own personal opportunities I've missed, but I'm going to look at some of opportunities or some of the things that I should have known, benefit of hindsight. And the first one is to realize that life is an opportunity in itself. Life itself is an opportunity. I know it sounds like a cliche that life is opportunity, but you see, when you're young, you feel that you will live forevermore. When you're young, you don't think about, latter years and how life will look like, later on in the years, the way we live our lives, the way we do things. I want us to focus on life as an opportunity that God has given us. In Job chapter 14, verse 1, the Bible says that man born of a woman, his days are but few, and that is full of troubles. Now, our days are few, but let the days count. Try and make all the days you have here on earth. I don't know. Bible says that God, His promise us 10 years, which is like 70 years. Some live up to 80, some live up to 90, and some also live up to 25 and 30 and die off. It doesn't matter how long you live here on earth. Even Jesus, our Messiah, only lived up to 33 years. It is not how long you live, but the impact you make on the earth. So if you have an opportunity to make an impact with your life, what would you do different? That is a question you should ask yourself. I mean, if I had the opportunity to ask my 19-year-old self, about life, at the age of 19, I was, like Russian roulette, I take a gun and shoot on my head, hoping that nothing will happen, because it's like when you're young, you feel that you are invincible and you'll never die off, you'll never be sick, you'll never be ill. So you just live life to the fullest in a certain way. But getting older and seeing, like what I've seen over the years, I tend to think that life itself is an opportunity. And if I can make it count, every day I live, every opportunity I get, if I can make the opportunities count, that will make a better, use of my life. Number two, people are also opportunities. The people we meet every day are opportunities we have. Do you learn the most lessons with the people you meet? Friends, teachers, neighbors, acquaintances. They are all opportunities. They are all learning curves. How many have met somebody that said something to transform your life? I've met people lately, or benefit of the years I've been on earth, that changed my life because of what they said to me. I always talk about this teacher that I met many, many years ago. I mean, I was a very struggling student. I was always bottom of, like bottom half of the class. I was always maybe hanging around the last 10 worst students in the class. And because I had this, my siblings were more clever, older than me, I felt that I couldn't match up. So instead of trying harder, I stopped. I just wanted to play and do nothing else but play, And when I met this teacher, he said to me, this was many years ago, he said to me, Chris, you are not daft. You are not dumb. You are just playful. That is your only problem. You are too playful and you don't concentrate. If you can concentrate a little bit more and knuckle down, you'll be one of the best. I had this teacher for a few months and I wrote my exams, like the common entrance exam, they call it back then. And I was one of the highest students in my school. I was, I think, the top 3 or top 4. I was one of them. And that was because of the person I met who taught me something that I never knew. He said to me, you are not daft, you are not dumb, you are just too playful. Stop the playing and you'll do well. And that's all that he did for me. And that transformed my life. This man was an opportunity. People are learning curves. People are opportunities that God gives to us. What we do with them will make or make us. You can have an opportunity that will pass you by and you will not even realize it's an opportunity. You can have somebody come into your life and they will come and go and you won't even treat them as an opportunity because you didn't know that they were given to you to teach you something for you to learn. I pray that all of us will realize the opportunities that people bring to us. My wife is an opportunity for me. My children are opportunity for me. My parents were opportunity for me. My siblings, people that I come into contact. My pastor was an opportunity. What you do with them is up to you. Number 3, money. Money is an opportunity. If you have to recount how much money have passed through your hands and what you did with them, then you'll know whether you made the most of the opportunities you had or not. Life is not about going to school, getting a job, and then just living life so that at the end of the month, you've paid your bills and you have just a little bit left and you can buy or afford a few things and that's it. No, the monies that come into our hands is an opportunity to make more. Money, I always say that money is not all the money that comes to through your hands are not for spending. Some is for investment, some is for saving, some is for, to bless others with. Money is an opportunity. What you do with it would either make or make you. Some people become wealthy because they had some money come through their hands and they invested that money. And later on in life, that money made them fortunes. Some also had a lot of money pass through their hands. They misspent the money and they went on living life as per usual and nothing changed. And they're still broke. They're still looking for ways to make more money, as if more money will make a difference to their lives. They will get more money and it will make any difference because they never learned what to do with the opportunity they had. Money is an opportunity. What you do with money is what will make or make you. I pray that all of us will realize that money that comes through our hands is not for spending. Not every amount of money coming through your hands is for spending. Some is for investment. Some is for blessing others. Whatever you do, realize that the money in your hand is an opportunity. In Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19, Bible says, a feast is made for laughter, wine makes merry, but money answers all things. What you do with the money would make or make you. Number 4, your strength. Your strength is also an opportunity. You will not be strong always. You will not be able to move, do 2 or 3 jobs, and all that. You will not be able to handle like difficult tasks, work, like maybe 17 hours, 20 hours straight and all that. You can only do that because your strength allows you to do that. But in the afternoon and evening of your life, the strength begins to wane and you can't do as much as you could do when you're younger. That is why, as a younger person, my advice would be do the most you can now, because tomorrow you're growing older and weaker. So the opportunity you have is today. Do the maximum today. Work hard. There's a saying that says that strike the iron whilst it is hot. Jesus said that I must work the works of him who sent me whilst it's day. For the night comes when no man can work. And night is coming where work will be difficult or impossible. When you are older and weaker, you can't work as hard. So this is the opportunity you have as a young person to work and do the best you can for your life. So it will be wrong for a young person to be sleeping, 10, 15 hours straight. What are you doing? You're wasting the strength God has given you. You're wasting the opportunity by just sleeping. The proverb says that a little sleep, a little folding of the arms to sleep, so would your poverty visit like an armed man. And poverty will visit, you like an armed man. The scripture also says that I visited the house of the slothful man or the lazy man, and I saw that it was overgrown with weeds because of procrastination. Whilst you have strength, do the most. Don't waste the opportunity your strength gives you. Number 5, your friends. Your friends are opportunity. Friends are a leverage you can use to make life easier and better for you. The people that come into your contact with you, the people that come your way, you are supposed to use them. Friends can help, and friends can make you. In 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33, the Bible says, do not be deceived. Evil communication corrupts good habits or good manners. So your friends are very, very important. You have to be careful what you do with them. I've had some friends that at the point I had to cut them off my life, because though they were friends, they were not going where I was going. And for me to get to where I needed to go to in life, I came to a realization that I had to cut some of them off, to revisit the matter, later on in the years when I had, sussed out what my life and where I was going, and I had the opportunity to go back and help them. Then I did that, So it's always important to know that friends are in different categories. You have to put them in and decide where they fit in your life. Some you've got to just put them on the shelf for a little while. Some you've got to hang on to for dear life, because they are going to take you to where you want to go. And some too, you've got to just say bye-bye and then leave them as they are. So the opportunities that life gives you, what lesson have we learned? Opportunities are like keys. You can't see the keys or the blessing that the keys unlock, but know that these keys are very important. If you can identify the door that the keys unlock and you use them, whatever blessing lies behind the door becomes yours. Identify the opportunity at present. Every time you're breathing a brand new day, every time God gives us messages, the next day is an opportunity for us to use to do something with our lives. I am challenging all of us as we have the opportunity. I wish I had heard some of the things I'm telling you now when I was 20 years or 30, even 30 years ago. I probably would have done better with my life than I've done. So I want you to be serious with the opportunity that life gives you. Life is an opportunity. Your body is an opportunity. What you put in your body is very important, because you are strong now. Taking so much sugar, it doesn't look like it's doing harm to you now, but it's only a matter of time. As you grow older, you will have all different types of diseases rearing their ugly heads because of the missed opportunity of the way you had misused the body. what you do, alcohol, drugs and everything. It looks like you can get away with them now because you are younger, but in older years, it will tell on you. So I advise you, I counsel you, your body is a temple of God. Use your body wisely. Rest when you need to rest, exercise when you need to exercise, and put the right things into your body, the right food, the right drinks into your body, and look after your body. You only have one body. When this body gets old or gets sick or becomes disabled, you are disabled for life. So use your life well, use your body well, use the opportunity God gives you, and trust me, you will thank me later. In later years, you say, well, somebody spoke to me about opportunities that life gives, and I use those opportunities, and my life is better for it. Until I come your way again, this has been your friend, your host for Yacach, Pastor Chris. I'll see you next week when we continue with Letters to Me. Shalom, peace, God bless.